right, everybody, it is time to get excited. We got Morphin versus Raito, the number 1 seed against the number 2 seed. The two players who I think have maybe the strongest arguments for number 1 player in the world. Obviously, including Croix in there, but these two players have some of the highest peaks I have ever seen. And for the first time, I get to commentate one of their sets. I am excited. I hope everyone in here can forgive me, but I'm definitely going to redo the intro once Raito gets here, because it'll just be better for the YouTube video, you know? All right, it is time. Round 7 of the Grand Swiss 2. We have Raito versus Morfin. Of all the players in the scene right now, I think these two have the strongest peaks. I've seen what Raito is capable of when he's truly locked in, and it's very difficult for me to name a more difficult player to go against. But if I had to pick one, he's right here. It's Morfin. The first time I'm ever getting to commentate one of their sets, I am brimming with excitement. Nothing overwhelmingly hard in the first round. I think we're gonna see a pretty steep difficulty ramp up though. Morphin adding the spike ball. Raito, I like that. Alright. Already quite difficult. But of course, neither player is struggling even a little bit with a spin like that. Wait a minute. Morphin makes it through, but does a blind fall and dies to that wire. The pressure is certainly there. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is Raito going to take an advantage this early? Morphin, you had it. Oh my goodness. Raito made it, but he has to be right back. Wait a minute. Okay, he's gonna take the point. He's gonna take the point. We'll see if Raito makes it back. Alright, Raito, we will be back. We will be back. Raito up 1-0. A crazy quick point to score. It is incredibly late for Raito right now. I know homie is in Japan. It's like the middle of the night right now. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, he has to make sure he's being quiet. We have started, but something came up and Raito has to be right back. But Raito is leading by 1 point. 8 rounds to go. Well, if we are taking a break, then I think I'm going to deal with some other things in the moment. We will be back soon. Never mind. Raito is here. All right, let's get into it. Brief intermission, but we are back. Raito up 1 point, 8 rounds remaining. All right. We are so back. Morphin, not a fan. Morphin, not a fan of that spin jump. Definitely understandable. Losing a point to that so early on is a rough draw. Thing is, though, is like he's opting to go for the bombs. But against a player like Raito, I just don't know. I just don't know that blowing things up is the right move. I think in a situation like that, you need to be willing to try and make Raito's advantage your advantage. You only have 10 rounds, you're already down a point. Raito takes the bomb. Now, word around the grapevine is that Raito's earlier loss to Nell came because he was bombing things too much. He wasn't willing to do anything that wasn't an advantage to him, and because of that, he just stalled for time, and Nell ended up taking in the end. Raito really good at that squeeze. Morphin makes it, though. That spike ball, a single spike ball is all it takes to set up Morphin's best setup. That being said, I've seen Raito do these. Wait a minute, Raito goes with a backwards wall jump. Interesting. Morphin definitely looking a little bit cleaner now. I'm a little bit surprised. that after Raito showed that he was willing to go for the backwards wall jump, I'm surprised that Morphin would opt to remove the setup. Even with the difference in controllers, I feel like the super jump is still just better. I have not seen a player who can do backwards wall jumps over spike balls as consistently as the best super jumpers can. Now this is exceptionally difficult. It's all about the timing. Is that possible to do that way? I'm not so sure. I'm really not so sure. Morphin still has 2 lives. I feel like, yeah, the timer's already up. You can't afford to be so patient. If you have the lives, you need to be willing to commit. Is that not impossible? It is up to the players to call if it is. Ooh, wait a minute. Interesting idea by Morph. Can't tell what I like. Raito with a genius placement there. Quickly adding that plank to force it so that if Morphin made the placement he was doing, it would be a squeeze. Which, given how much more proficiency Raito has demonstrated on the spin jump, it makes sense. Adding the squeeze there makes it so much harder if it's not something that you're already good at. Now, Morphin's lives are all gone. Raito has the chance to score, but, I mean, he added these saws, and I really just don't know that that was the right play. I'm still not 100% convinced that it's even possible. But again, the onus lies on Morphin to call that out if he thinks it isn't. In any case, Raito maintains a 1-0 lead. Okay, wait a minute. Raito, yep, he's gonna bomb it. Good decision. Oh, Morphin, you cannot be taken... You can't play so passively. You cannot afford to play so passively at this stage. There's only 4 rounds left. You're down a point. If it's not difficult enough to guarantee that Raito's not making it, it just doesn't feel to me like a comeback could be possible. Raito makes it to the flag. Morphin, it looks like the pressure is really coming in here. Mind you, Morphin currently on an undefeated streak in the tournament. Can he keep it alive? One setup left to keep himself in it. And he makes it. This is a big round. 2 spike balls. Raito with aggressive counter building. Morph forcing the 1 block jump. Against a controller player, I don't think that's a bad decision at all. Ooh. That's difficult. Well, Raito said too easy. He got his wish. This is certainly far from it now. He almost made it through, though. That black hole's tricky, but I think I see a vision for how he could make it. Now I'm gonna need to consult the scores here to make sure that I'm right on this, but I'm pretty certain that if Morphin wins this match, he outright wins the tournament. He has too many points, nobody could catch up. If Raito wins this match, I think we're going to get another set from these two, back-to-back, to break that tie. Good decision. Opting for the quick jump, definitely easier than the 1 block. Both of them still making it. It's not difficult enough. Morphin, it's now or never, buddy. Ooh. Oh, and Raito got the dynamite. Doesn't like the black hole. Understandable. I like the idea behind it, but I understand Morphin's idea with that spike ball. But it's just it's a little bit too passive for me. And Raito makes it through with ease. Raito's coming into this tournament with a chip on his shoulder because he knows deep down that he has what it takes to be the best player in the world. He has what it takes to be rank 1. But he had one rough tournament with Ignition. And ever since then, it's been a lot more up in the air. But if he can take this tournament over Morphin, that would make him the only person this season so far to have 2 tournament wins. A strong case for number 1 if he can get it done. Morphin also makes it to the end here. Oh, the wires by Raito. That's a little bit tricky, though. This late, do you really want to make it difficult enough to give Morphin that potential to score? Ooh. Morphin makes it through. That black hole has been his saving grace. Morphin started out this match looking honestly kind of weak, but right now he is... Oh, wait a minute. Raito makes it through, no problem, but the black hole wasn't the issue. It was the wrecking ball this time. And Morphin! That was his chance. Raito died. He could have scored, but he misses the precision through the wire in the black hole. Final opportunity. And Raito takes set number 1. Both players came into this with a lot to prove. Both players with an even score right now. Who is going to take it home? Absolutely breathtaking map for the finale. Really closed off gameplay. If I had to say, I feel like that favors Raito a little bit. Morphin's shown that he's really good with his open spaces. Keep an eye out for that fire hydrant that Raito just placed. Because it is pretty well known at this point. I'd say that Raito is specifically strong with a whole bunch of fire hydrant specific setups. I've seen him win... Oh. Why did it do that? Ah, I see. Alright, just one moment. Alright, now we are properly back into it. 9 rounds to go. Score is tied. Morphin made the switch to Raccoon. We'll see if that makes a difference. It was surprising to be seeing Morphin playing on Skunk, a character that I know he's not particularly used to. Morphin already a very aggressive counter build. Eight rounds remain. Not massive. We're really not getting much good items from the party box right now. I feel like usually players of this caliber, it's pretty common to see really difficult setups within the first 2 or 3 rounds. But right now, it's smooth sailing for both of them. Morphin has a black hole. Could certainly be big. Ooh, is that even? Yeah, Raito sees what Morphin was going for, and I think he immediately did not want that. Morphin, no problem making it through that. Wow. Raito taking his time to think about it, but again, I've said this a bunch of times, but really, this is a 90-second runtime. You don't have the time to sit there and try and figure out how you want to go about doing things. Sometimes you need to be willing to just commit and hope for the best. Speed, time is of the essence here. And that'll do it. Morphin up a point already. Both of them opting to take the black hole. Wow. Wow. I absolutely adore that 3x1 plank placement by Raito. Because most players in this situation, they see that the black hole is not favorable for them, and they think, oh, it's time to remove it. Let's get rid of it. You're down a point. There's not that many rounds left. You don't have the time. You aren't afforded the ability to get rid of the difficulty. You need it to remain difficult so that there's a possibility of scoring, but you need to change it. So Raito saw that Morphin was really good at that non-sprint jump, and he said, you know what, let's change it. Let's keep the black hole, but let's change it into a setup that could potentially be advantageous for me. And it's working out. Morphin, all 3 lives lost to it. Raito makes it through! Very careful on the black hole. Just one last little bit of difficulty here. Oh, but he jumps too soon! That was his opportunity, but Morphin maintains the advantage. That being said, though, even though Morphin has the advantage, Raito has something that not a lot of people talk about, but he has build advantage. He just finished the round, even though he's down, he just finished the round performing better than Morphin. So now the onus lies on Morph to change the builds to retake that advantage. Which means that all of Raito's placements can be more aggressive. He can take the offense. Whereas before, he had to play defensively to make sure that Morphin didn't extend that lead any further. Raito replacing the setup he had before. One death to it. Oh, but wait. This looks to be a little bit impossible, if I do say so myself. I see a way that you could do this, but I don't know that either player is going to go for it. I think Morphin sees it as well. He was close! He has one more life. Wait, does Morphin not realize he has another life? Whoa. Bit of a surprising death for Morph there. Morphin doing what Raito could not before, taking the more patient approach to that sprint jump. But wait a minute. Wait a minute. Only one life left for Morph, and I don't think he realized that you could just Kiata jump that. Wait a minute! Raito evens it up! So this is big. It is a tie game. It is a tie game. But Raito has build advantage while it's even. So I would say, if anything, Raito has the advantage now. Okay, Morphin needs to be careful here. I know Raito he's a particularly high aptitude for some LSAW setups I've seen before. Yeah, Morphin opting to place more of like an architectural, maybe an infrastructural. That's what I'm looking for. He's opting to place more infrastructure than actual difficulty, which I think is the right play given the time restraint. All eyes on Morphin. If he can get to the flag, he sets the pressure. But if Raito catches up to him, it's not really the same. I think both players probably gonna make it here. Raito gets through. Three rounds remain. Dead even in the final set of the tournament. This is shaping up to be something special. But wait, the spike ball could be everything. And 2 more black holes. This is a pretty tight map. If we get enough black holes here, I feel like it's going to be exceptionally difficult to place any more without really turning up the difficulty to the max. Ooh. I like what Morph went for there, though. That spike ball to force a lower jump height on that black hole is honestly kind of genius. Raito, he's taking his time to watch how Morphin approaches it, but it's a little bit of a risky play. Not much time. Both of them. 1 life to go. Call me crazy. Oh, wait a minute! Wait a minute! In the final hour, Morphin! The pressure's on. He jumps too high and dies to the wire. The tie remains. Raito, I feel like he's gonna bomb that spike ball. Okay, opting to instead bomb the black hole. That does make sense. Spike ball's a more common item. It's more likely that Morphin is able to replace what he previously had. Both of them really going for the bombs here. Okay. Now, I worry it's going to be too easy for them now. They removed a lot of the difficulty in just 1 turn. Oh, Morphin goes for too high of a jump height there. Maybe I was wrong about the difficulty. This is still not easy by any means. Raito makes it. Okay, Morphin, what do you have? He gets it as well. Alright, we're entering the last turn. Are we going to tiebreaker, or is somebody going to make a last-minute clutch? Not seeing any big items coming in, but I think Morphin's making it work with that flower. Oh, these wires could be everything. How will you use them, Morph? Your time's running out. Come on! Not confident in the building from either player. Raito did get something down in the end before the time ran out, but... Oh, and Morphin! He's into the safe spot now. Raito about to join him. The nerves are on. But if you take too long, and you don't make it through the setup, you're not giving yourself an opportunity to go for it again. Raito, back at the beginning. About half the timer is gone. Morphin follows suit. There is still absolutely a chance for one of them to score here. $20 seconds to go. Morphin dies. Raito, this is it! Raito! So close, but can't clutch it out. We are going to tiebreaker. Unless Raito is a speed demon or something, but I don't think he can. Map is saved. Double check. It has been 4 hours. 8 sets on stream, and at the apex of it all, the two best players are tied, and again are going into a tiebreaker on the last set. You're kidding me! All right. Moment of truth. Now, what's interesting to me is that with how this rule set works, if you do not successfully find a winner within the 10 rounds, it ends in a tie. And for the rest of the tournament, that works fine. But for this, somebody has to win. Somebody has to win the tournament. If they both tie, it stays tied. So this tiebreaker, as far as I'm concerned, could go on as long as it needs to. Wait a minute, Morph has it! There's only 16 seconds to go! Raito! Oh, he's also... The pressure is everything here, but Raito does not succumb. Another round. Oh, wow. That... Raito is ramping up the difficulty with no regard for human life. What is that? This is definitely a setup. absurdly hard, and there's only 12 seconds. This is the final attempt that either of them are going to get on this. Morph. He makes it through! He actually makes it through, but he couldn't find the timing with the R-Saw. That is absurd. Now, it's worth noting, Raito finds that you can crouch in that spot. So if the timing doesn't work out for you, it is fine to wait. Wow, wait a minute. Two bombs in the party box, and neither player opting to take it. Okay, an inner quick jump here. I don't know how good Raito is at these. Both players still ramping up the difficulty each round. Somebody's gonna have to score. Both of them playing so nervous right now. But wait a minute, Morphin got the slide, but just a little bit too low. Okay, both of them taking the bombs. Okay, if Raito blows up that spike ball, Morph wants to keep the setup in the end. Even though Raito's the one who constructed that, you know, amalgamation at the end of the map. Ooh. That is such an unfortunate... Yeah, there is a fundamental problem with this setup that I don't know that Morphin realized, but with that spike ball there, it actually isn't possible to 100% consistently guarantee that you don't buffer a jump into that spike ball. Due to some admittedly complex mechanics that I probably shouldn't get into now, but this could be all the difference. Raito can't find the spacing. Both of them taking the 3x3 bomb. Yeah, and Morphin realizing he made a mistake. Oh my gosh, Morphin. Doing that column jump from that diagonal is not easy by any means. Okay, both of them in the home stretch. Both of them nervous to go for it, and both at the exact same time. You're kidding me. Oh, Morphin re-establishing the setup that originally gave him the advantage. Raito not opting to bomb. I think this could be the round that decides it all. And wait a minute, Morphin has it! Raito, it is now on you. Can you make this? And you cannot! Morphin is your Grand Swiss 2 champion! The first player this season to get 2 tournament wins. Undeniably the world #1 heading into the end of the ranking seasons. Congratulations, Morphin. An unbelievable display. I cannot believe the set that just went down. Holy. Congratulations, Morph. Congratulations.